Okay, hello all and welcome back to another brand new video. Now it has been a very long time since I last posted, and this is for good reason. I'm actually a little bit late to this drop, but this is also because there's been a lot of uncertainty around this drop. Now, let me tell you right now, as you can probably see already from the title of the video and from the heading here, the PS4 has been jailbroken on version 9.00. So that's firmware 9.00. I believe the latest version at the time of writing or at the time of making this video is 9.03. So this should probably affect most people who were actually patient and waited a little bit. So we can see here that they've named it. I don't even know how you pronounce it. It looks like poobs. I don't know. Um, but anyways, yes. So this is not a drill. These are very well-known devs that have been working on it together. And also this dev, because his WebKit was used, they need to credit him. So this was recently released a couple days ago, and it looks like it's a little bit different to the conventional methods of jailbreaking your PS4. Now, before we go any further into it, I'll tell you right now, if you've done this before, you know that all you need to do is go to a website, and then it'll load the exploit, and then it'll say you're ready to go. Well, with this one here, it's a little bit different. So on this one here, the devs are actually sort of trying to get people to self-host, just because it's a little bit better. But you don't have to self-host, but it's a little bit different in this case. So what you'll do is you'll go to a site, or you'll go to a site that you hosted yourself, and it'll load the exploit. But instead, what it'll do is it'll actually tell you to plug in your USB. So you'll actually need a USB. So you won't only need your PS4, but this will work on any PS4, mind you. But you'll also need a USB drive, something like this. And what the drive will do is you have to install an image on it, which it's not too hard. I'm not going to make an instructional video out of this one here. This one's just to tell you basically what you need to do. But I'll make a full-on tutorial for you in the coming days to show you exactly how this exploit will work. But yeah, you'll need these two items, and once you've got all that sorted, you'll need to plug in your USB into the PlayStation at a certain time, and that way it'll load the exploit in some way using the USB. And then you actually need to connect to the PlayStation via software. So if we scroll down, we can see this is the software that they'll use to flash the image onto the USB. So yeah, don't need to worry too much about it just yet. But then you need to also connect to the PlayStation. So just looking through here, this is sort of what it'll look like. So you'll insert your USB and a dialog will appear. Then this will come up and it'll say it's unsupported. And that's fine. That means that you can go to the next part, wait for the payload. So when it gets to this screen, you'll then need to connect to your PlayStation. So you'll inject the payload. So people who actually have a Switch would know similar, like how you would inject payloads. It's a little bit similar to that. But you actually need your PlayStation's IP address. So you'll use this software or something very similar to this in the future if this video ages and maybe new software is released. But this is basically what is available right now, and it's very simple. So I will link you guys to this if you want to give it a go before I make the video. But once you do this, you inject your payload and it'll load the Golden Hen for you. So Golden Hen's just like where you go to enable your package manager and stuff like that. It's just a homebrew launcher. So hey, that's what the HEN stands for, homebrew enabler, and that's basically it. So there's probably other payloads out there that you can use, but for the time being, we're gonna just say Golden Hen, because this is what you want to use to install your homebrew games, enable the FTP server, and other stuff like that. So basically, if you have a different payload, you can use it the same way. You just use this software, point it to that payload instead, and you inject the payload. I'll go into more detail in how to actually do that in a tutorial, or you can give this a go. I'll have a link to this in the description below. So something I actually forgot to mention a little bit earlier is that for those of you who are a little bit scared of self-hosting, there's actually some websites which have been released that will automatically inject this particular payload, like Golden Hen, onto your PS4 when you go to their site. And well, this is okay for the inexperienced people. It's honestly really not hard to use this software, and it's probably best to use this. That's what the developers are trying to get people to do, because one of these sites could, be taken, by a hacker at any point in time, or someone that doesn't want people to have jailbroken PS4s, and they could use like a payload in there that could brick your PS4. So that's why it's always safe to know what you're doing. Self-host is always good, and also being able to inject your own payloads, different payloads in the future. Not having to rely on the community to have all of that stuff set up for you. It's very, very easy, and I'll show you guys how you can do that in another video. I actually do have a video from an older version on how to actually host the exploit, so it'll be very similar. You just need to host the website with the exploit. But I'll make a new video showing you how to do that, and we can go through it all together. So yeah, if you have any questions, make sure to drop me a comment down below. Otherwise, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.